What's up everyone and welcome to MMA Lad. In today's news, Islam Makhachev's next fight leaked? Islam Makhachev has been the center of speculation ever since his dominant win over Renato Moicano. After the fight, he confidently told reporters that his next bout would not be against Arman Tsarukyan, Charles Oliveira, or Ilia Topuria. But now, a well-known social media insider is claiming otherwise. I have inside info that Topuria vs Makhachev is 100% happening. Date and location TBA. This claim immediately sent the MMA world into a frenzy. Could Islam really be stepping up to fight El Matador? Considering how Makhachev dismissed Topuria as his next opponent just days ago, some fans remain skeptical. However, the source doubled down, insisting that they don't tweet fight announcements without confirmations. If this turns out to be true, this fight would be one of the biggest of Makhachev's career. With Dana White recently teasing a massive fight for Islam, we'll have to wait and see if this rumor turns into reality. And before we continue, be sure to leave a like on this video. Thanks in advance. Dana White fires back at scripted statement rumors. The MMA world exploded after Bryce Mitchell's comments on his Aaron Sanity podcast, leading to a rapid response from Dana White. But instead of putting the situation to rest, White's response sparked even more controversy, with fans speculating that he was reading from a pre-approved statement, something many believed was handed down from TKO executives. So, was the UFC boss just another corporate mouthpiece? Not a chance, at least according to White himself. During an appearance on the Tucker Carlson show this past Monday, Dana White set the record straight.
It's not like we got a bunch of lawyers on the phone and we didn't, I got on Google and I started looking up Wolf 2 and, remind Bryce Mitchell on what a piece of was. Okay, and why he's not a good guy and why you wouldn't want to go fishing with him. And that was it. I saw people saying, oh, he read a canned. I don't ever read canned statements. Nobody writes anything for me, and lawyers are never involved when I go out and speak.
So, while Dana didn't hold back in his criticism of Mitchell, there's no indication that the UFC will suspend or release the outspoken fighter. Instead, White made it clear that Mitchell will have to deal with any consequences inside the octagon. And knowing how wild the featherweight division is right now, those consequences could come sooner rather than later. Conor McGregor spits on a fan. Conor McGregor is back in the headlines, and this time, it's not about his return to the octagon. A viral video surfaced showing McGregor walking past a group of fans when one of them decided to shout, "Let's go Khabib." That's all it took to set the former champ off. McGregor turned around, walked right up to the fan, and spat in his face, twice before casually walking away.
Yo, McGregor, can I get a picture?
The MMA world was quick to react, with some fans pointing out the irony of the situation. Others were far more critical, calling the act embarrassing and pathetic. Many fans believe the fan could take legal action against McGregor, with some even calling it an easy lawsuit. While most reactions were negative, former UFC fighter Jake Shields defended McGregor, saying, "I'm not a Conor fan, but if you come into his personal space and disrespect him, you deserve to get spit on, if not knocked out." Whether or not McGregor faces any legal consequences, this incident adds another stain to his already controversial legacy. And with no official fight announcement in sight, more and more fans seem to be losing patience with the Irish superstar. UFC fight updates. Who's fighting next? Yen Xiaonan vs Verna Jandiroba has been added to UFC 314 in April. Yen is coming off a hard-fought decision win over Tabitha Ricci, while Jandiroba is riding a 3-fight win streak. Ahmad Hassanzadeh vs Mitch Ramirez will take place at UFC Kansas City Fight Night. Hassanzadeh is looking for his first UFC win, while Ramirez is trying to rebound from a tough debut loss. Jacqueline Amarim vs Polyana Viana will go down in the strawweight division. Amarim is on a 3-fight win streak, while Viana is desperate to snap a 2-fight skid. Yuri Prochaska wants a trilogy fight. After his dominant victory over Jamal Hill at UFC 311, Yuri Prochaska has re-entered the title picture. But the big question now is, who's next? On the Overdogs podcast, Prochaska revealed his short list of potential opponents. "I would like to fight Alex Pereira next, but right now I don't want to push him. If the UFC wants to offer me someone else, I see 3 guys, Alex, Ankalaev, and the third one is Blachowicz because he showed a really nice performance against Alex too. One of these 3. With Magomed Ankalaev already booked for a title fight in March, that leaves either a Pereira trilogy or a fight with Jan Blachowicz. And with Blachowicz scheduled to face Carlos Ulberg next month, A win there could set up a huge fight with Prochaska later this year. One thing is certain, Yuri is on a mission to reclaim UFC gold. Fighter cut from UFC after controversial decision loss. Jamal Pogues thought he had done enough to secure a victory over Hamdi Abdelwahab at UFC Saudi Arabia. But when the judges announced the decision, it wasn't in his favor. And just 2 days later, the UFC roster tracker showed that Pogues had been removed from the promotion. Frustrated, Pogues took to Instagram saying,
It's not really much to say, man, when you fight in people's country. They gonna pick the hometown guy. I know I won 2 and 3. Other than that, man, I really don't know what's next. We'll see what the UFC do, if they resign me or not. If not, man, I appreciate everything about this journey, man. And, man, I just go back home, heal up, and just hang out with my family, man. And we'll see where God takes me next. But I know I won the fight. We better get this overturned, man. I'm going to the commission. Everybody in the world saw me win that fight, man. I don't know what to say. I don't give a what nobody say comedy and anybody else that won against me, because I know I won that fight.
Unfortunately for Pogues, with a 2-2 UFC record, he now faces a long road back to the big leagues. From Dana White shutting down scripted rumors, Islam Makhachev's possible next fight, Conor McGregor's latest controversy, and major fight announcements, the MMA world is as chaotic as ever. What do you think about today's biggest stories? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more fight news. See you in the next video.